Yo, what's going on? It's the TL Mac Fitness Show, and you are live for the very first time with me and my little sister. Shout out to my co-host Roz, who's unable to make it tonight, but definitely know she will be in the building. Yo, again, this is the TL Mac Fitness Show, and we are live each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Evening Rush Network. Yo, first, let me welcome my guest, my baby sister, Robin.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on, Roots? So, we coming up on a year of when you gave me that gift. And I already know what you're going to say, but I'm going to say it and get it out the way early. And I might say it a couple of times throughout the show. I love you. Thank you. You saved my life. And I really appreciate you. And I can never, ever, ever repay you for saving my life because I can't give you a life.
All right.
So, again, I just want to say thank you.
I love you too, girl.
And look, that's my niece Amaya, guys. You know, that's my other heart right there.
Hi.
That's my youngest niece. So, let's talk.
You always saying thank you.
Well,
You don't need to keep thanking me, but I understand. So that's why I tolerate it.
at the end of the day, we got a lot going on. So, let's pretty much, we just gonna have like a open conversation, and we're gonna just talk about what led up to it, because I'm gonna tell you, like I've told a couple of people I've spoken to recently, I don't remember a lot of stuff that took place when you guys came on. When you guys came up, I remember I ended up in the hospital on December 28th, and the next thing I know, you, mom, dad, Tati, and my grandson, Pootie was in the hospital with me, and it was funny because I don't even remember getting to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's just talk. What happened?
So when I found out you were in the hospital, this is how I found out. Let me tell you what your mother did, okay? She called me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always answer phone. Mom call, mom, dad call. She called me. She said, I need you to get to my house like ASAP right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what is going on? Like, I never get those calls. And when I get those calls, I know it's serious.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even call her back. I was scared to call her back. I just got in my car, and I remember I didn't stop I have one stop sign to get there. I didn't stop at the stop sign. I got there, and she was like, Terrence is really sick. So I'm just like, what's going on? She's basically, she was like, he doesn't think, that he's bleeding internally, and
Mm-hmm.
she scared me. So I was just like, okay, Mom, so tell him I'll try to give him my kidney.
I was bleeding internally? Erica told me that the other day.
I think you were bleeding internally.
So I'm sure what that was saying was, a cyst probably broke.
Yeah, the cyst, and it was more than one cyst that ruptured, I believe. So, but all I know is that you passed out and then you were in the hospital, and that was the reason. So I get over there and I'm telling her, I'm like, Mom, I'll give him my kidney. And I remember talking to you years ago, and you told the family no. And then I get on Facebook, and then I see, Trish, our cousin, she was going to give it to you and things like that. So I was like, Ma, tell him, I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. So we came down there. We saw you, we was with you before New Year's. The day after New Year's, I believe I went and got tested. No, I got tested before the New Year, actually. I took a blood test. Then everything, we were a match. But anyway, we couldn't tell you until it was confirmed. But you knew that we were doing the process. But
that's the thing. I didn't know that though. And what up, SOS? I didn't know. So first thing first, before we move on, let me shout out my sponsors. Elevate Yours, she got the best CMOS. Wise Choice Sewer and Drains, Saying by Butters, and Faith No Fear. Saying by Butter, you see my gear whenever you see it. Merchandise is on sale now, but we'll talk about that later. My fault, Robin. But go ahead. But I didn't know. I didn't know
you even see you when we The first when we got down there, I didn't even see you in the hospital. I went straight to um the transplant clinic.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped me off at the transplant clinic, and they went to the hospital to see you. I'm not sure how it all went, but I remember going there first, and then that's how that's what started the process. So
So what you're telling me is all this was like a big secret? Like, because I mean,
it wasn't a secret. It was just, nobody wanted to get your hopes up at this point anymore. You had
mhm.
potentials, and speaking on it is better to let it happen first. Let it be a definite before you say anything. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what it was.
well,
But I was looking, every time I got a result back and they said, yes, this looks good, this looks good. What we were waiting on, what took forever, was the cross match.
mm-hmm.
And that's the part that, but after the cross match, it was, you know, history.
I mean,
But
so let me tell some people, let's bring them back a little bit about my story, okay? First, for all those that just turned in, my name is T Mac. I own T Mac Fitness, and this is my baby sister, the one that saved my life, Robin. This is my baby sister. In 2006, 2007, I was diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease. My doctor at the time told me that my kidneys will last until I was about 65 years old. I was a dialysis technician. Ray B said, Robin, you're beautiful, and I appreciate you. She'll see the message in the heartbeat.
thank you.
Um,
I get it from my mother. No. Thank you.
but anyway, I found out in 2006, 2007, and the ironic part about it, when I found out that I had kidney failure, or I was going into kidney failure, I was working as a dialysis technician, and dialysis technicians already work with people who have failed kidneys. And now your body can no longer filter. So you come see people like me and nurses and stuff, and we clean out all of the toxins in your body. So I pretty much had let the family know, when it comes time for me to need dialysis, I don't want to go on dialysis and I don't want to transplant. Just let me go naturally. Anyway, this was, like I said, 2006, 2007. I ended up getting really sick in 2011. I was taken out of work as a dialysis technician, and I had major, what's up, Storm? I had major surgery in August of 2011. My surgery was laparoscopic decorticization, and what that was they was taking cysts off of my kidney, and I was out of work. I was out of work for many years, and I ended up getting custody of my daughter during this time. But that's a whole different topic, whole different story. We'll have that conversation another day. But come 2014, I was dealing with being sick, blood pressure, pain. My doctor called me after I had done some lab work. And now, mind you, this lady never calls me, it was just like, okay, we just keep it moving, And one day she finally hit me up and I need you to come to my office. And I'm like, okay, what's the problem? Now, it wasn't her secretary, it was the doctor that actually called. So the doctor's office was 3 blocks from the house. So instead of me driving around the corner, instead of me driving around the corner, I actually just walked around the corner. And when I walked around the corner, now usually when I go to this doctor's office, I normally wait an hour, 2 hours before I see this lady. And I didn't wait an hour, 2 hours. As soon as I got in and signed in, her nurse said, "Go straight to her office. She'll come see you in a minute." So once she said that, I kind of automatically knew, but I wasn't sure. I called my aunt, called my mother. Listen, I got to go to the doctor's office. They need me to come now, so I'm going now. So, long story short, they told me, my kidneys had failed and I need to get in contact with my kidney doctor. I called my kidney doctor. He sends me to one of the dialysis clinic, in Queens off of Baisley and Merrick. They confirm. Let's say shortly after that, I was on dialysis. I did dialysis for 6 years. In return, I was once offered kidneys. I decided, let me go ahead and get a kidney. And what happened was I I went to the kidney foundation, not to the kidney, to the transplant center, and they offered me, a kidney. They said everything was fine outside of the polycystic kidneys. I look good, so they said put it out there. See who can get tested to give you a kidney. Even though I wasn't too sure, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'll do this. So I'm rewinding back to 2011. I got offers. They called the transplant place. 283 people got tested to give me a kidney. Out of the 283 people that got tested to give me a kidney, 2 people went to the clinic to get to actually have their blood work drawn. And I'm gonna be honest, I was really discouraged. My feelings was hurt. I'm like, everybody showed me this love, and I seen what it was. So I mean, now going back to 2014, they sent me for an MRI, and once again, I have polycystic kidney disease. So now the cysts, and polycystic kidneys are when cysts grow all over your kidney. So a normal kidney is the size of a fist. All right. So that's the size of your kidney. My kidneys, both of them, were actually the size of footballs. And they had they had pretty much knots all over them, which were cysts. And now at this point, the cysts now dominated both kidneys. So they told me originally I had thousands and thousands of cysts on my kidney. I mean, when I tell people that, they'll sit back and be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I did dialysis for 6 years. I did peritoneal, which is when they stick a tube in your stomach and you do dialysis at home. It's about an hour, 2-hour process. I got really sick from that, almost died. I ended up going to the hospital, and they saved my life. They took out about 8 pounds of mesh out of my stomach, among other things. Then we moved into a clinic. Of course, anybody that knows me from back in the days, I'm a hothead, and the doctor made a comment that I didn't like, and needless to say, I got kicked out of that clinic. Fast forward, I got put to another clinic. Now, mind you, the doctor that I almost had to fight with, he ended up coming to the other clinic that I was at. And now, mind you, it wasn't an old doctor. This was a young dude. He was in his 20s, and he thought he was super tough until he met somebody that wasn't really playing the game with him. Anyway, I ended up getting transferred back. Remember, I told you guys I was really, I'm not a hothead anymore. I ended up getting transferred. I asked for a transfer to a clinic that I used to work with, Neurology Foundation on Linden Boulevard. Shout out to them. I loved them. They used to be Rogerson. I loved them. While I was there, they was like, well, listen, you already know what you're doing. You've been a tech for over 15 years. So you know how to stick yourself. You know how to take care of yourself. So they ended up putting me on home dialysis. Home dialysis, I started doing home dialysis, and it just became a crazy loop. And I'm just like, I'm doing dialysis 5 days a week, 5-6 hours a night. It just got really, really, really crazy for me. I gave up. So I told my wife, listen, this had to be around March, April. If I don't have a kidney by August, I'm just going to go ahead and go into hospice and just let God do what he's going to do. So my little cousin Trish, she offered me a kidney, and she actually called me on Father's Day 2019. And I was really excited. I'm hyped. I'm putting it on social media. I'm getting the kidney. She's been tested and everything. So while it's going through the transplant stuff, I was hearing from the kidney place all the way up until like September, October. And then all of a sudden, they stopped contacting me. So my social worker from dialysis actually called me and was like, well, listen, what's going on with dialysis? I mean, what's going on with your transplant? And I was like, well, I haven't heard from the clinic in forever. So I don't know what's going on with the transplant. So my social worker at the transplant says, you know what? let me go, let me call him and see what happens. So about 10 minutes later, I see a 516 number pop up. And of course, it's it's the social worker from the transplant center. And she was like, well, listen, it's the only thing I can say to you is you're gonna have to get another a candidate because your candidate is not good for you, you know. They didn't tell me anything else, you know what I mean? I mean, was family business family, but she's still healthy and everything anyway. So after I found out, and this is around Thanksgiving time, I was told I was going to originally get her kidney around Christmas. So I downward spiraled. It just went really, 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 really out of control. Remember, I said I was doing dialysis at home. So I had one particular day right before Christmas, the week before Christmas, and I think it was that Sunday. And I went to go take myself off the machine, and I passed out and I hit my head on the IV pole. My wife came in, she rushed, you know, she handled her business. She you know, after I came to, I told her how to rinse me back in. You know, I got myself together. A few days later, I did dialysis. Everybody was asleep, and I actually woke up on the floor. Now, mind you, I don't do dialysis on the floor. I had a couch in the room, and I woke up on the floor. I was in a lot of pain for days. So, of course, my wife, she made a new rule. The new rule is there's no doing dialysis while the house is asleep. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, on December 28th, I did a treatment. And next thing I know, I remember the last question she asked me, and this is the last thing I remember of that day. The question was, should I call 911? Now, anybody that knows me and has been around me for a long time knows when I'm sick, I'm not going to the hospital unless it's like the last draw. And I looked up at my wife and I said, call 911. Something's not right. And fast forward, Robin and the rest of my family walk into my hospital room. Now, so this might have been like a day or two later. I don't even remember when they got there. I think it was the day after my dad's birthday, if not my dad's birthday. So
I think it was the day after. Yeah.
So I mean, it was a weird feeling. So Robin, when you got the call, or you spoke to mommy, like you said, mommy called you and told you that Terrence might not make it, or they didn't think I was gonna make it. 'Cause I remember that's what I heard actually. I actually heard I died in an ambulance. Excuse me. And then I was told that, you know, the family was told to come up here to say their final goodbyes. So when you heard,
I'm not going to say all of that, okay? Because I know that, you know, they got you, you know, Mom and Erica was speaking, but once you were stable in the hospital, you know, that was good. They had got you stable. And then you were asleep, you were out of it, something like that. Like you say, you passed out. But I don't know about the last goodbyes, but I know that it was bad, you know? So, and I know when I had my daughter, when I had Maya, they told me, you know, my blood, what is it? The blood type, my blood type.
O negative.
So, and I had told you before, I remember you told the whole family no when you first needed one, you know? And you told everybody no. So that was, I thought we were all out of it until, you know, I seen my cousin be a candidate. You know, she was a candidate. That didn't fall through. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. And I'm happy that I was able to, you know, help you, you know. And if I could do it all over again, I would probably do it all over again. Like it hurt, but it's all worth it, you know? I mean, and as for people out there, that people who are scared, let me tell you, like you go through it for a day with the gas. That's all you're worried. That's the only problem. That gas is just something else. But the reward of, you know, you helping somebody, that it pays off. It's just like childbirth, you know.
I don't know what childbirth is, but I remember when a doctor told Aunt Corin, she asked her Coconut, you know, she was like, well, he's always in pain. What's the reason he's in pain? And the doctor said to her, the doctor said, what did the doctor say? The doctor said polycystic kidney pain is 20 times worse than labor pain.
So you
So
can know.
I don't know what labor pain feel like. You went through labor. So if they say it's 20 times worse.
It's like, dang, I wish I never did this type of. That's what it feel like.
So I mean, and
Yeah.
that's how I was feeling. So I mean, it was hard on me, and I can't sit back and say that I wasn't hurting because I was. I was in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of tears. Throughout the years, I've always dealt with just certain things that just was surprisingly shocking.
Right.
So with me having, the transplant or getting the transplant from you, it was like one of the dopest things that you could have ever did. You saved my life. So again, I constantly say thank you, and I know it annoys your soul. Like I remember, I think when we was in the
Brother,
hospital.
it's not like it's if you were a stranger or somebody like a friend or something, it's like, okay, I get it. But if it was me, you would do the same thing for me, and you don't want
I
me
never had to
thanking
do
you
it.
every
I'm
day.
not
But
even
I
lie.
get
I
it.
mean, if anything
I
happens right now,
understand.
even in my eyes, even as blind as I am, if you need an eye, you can have an eye. And I mean, you earned that. Again, let me shout out to my sponsors, Elevate Yours. She got the best CMOS on the planet. Wise Choice Sewer and Drain. Yo, this dude right here, he's amazing. He even taught me to do something over the phone to fix something in my crib. Sayings by Butter, of course. She does all my merchandise. And of course, Faith No Fear clothing line. I'll make sure I post all the information. And next week you'll see all the information all over the screen. So, again, but Robin, so again, when you spoke to the transplant people and they told you that it was a go, what went through your mind?
It's like I'm doing it. I never thought like I wasn't gonna do it. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't get scared to maybe the day of, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or that morning. But I didn't even have the time to be scared because I was being rushed. I was moving slow and stuff like that. But I wasn't really scared. I just, I knew I was gonna be good, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew you were gonna be good. So
And you know what? And it's funny, because me and Dawn had the conversation last week, and Erica, I didn't even. And you probably might bug out, but I don't even remember having a Super Bowl party.
oh yeah, we did. Well, yeah, the day before.
Yeah, and I
And
think like my whole
the
time was
family
blinked.
too.
But I do remember the morning of, and I do remember the question was asked, like, am I good? And when Erica got me up that morning, I think we got up about 4 in the morning. We had to be at the hospital about 5 or something like that. And when we was leaving to go to the hospital that morning, Dad bought us, and
Trying something is like, okay,
it definitely, excuse me, what's going on here? It definitely, it hit me that morning. So when it finally did hit me, it was just like, wait.
Like, wait, what's about to happen?
And Aunt Fran, Aunt Fran has always, through everything I've gone through, Aunt Fran was the one that's always said prayers. Mom has done it too, but it's just something different with Aunt Fran. Aunt Fran has just like this special touch, and I can't remember all the details, but I remember like we couldn't get in contact with her, and she called right before the doctors came to get us. You went in first, and I went in second. And right when they came to take you,
She called.
yeah, she called, and we had the family prayer. And I mean, don't mind me if I'm getting emotional, but that's when I realized like it was real. And I'm like, if I come out this surgery, I'm gonna live. And going into that surgery, even before the surgery,
Oh, bro.
I didn't think I was gonna live. And I mean,
I
you know, we
remember
wasn't.
having a conversation with you, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but I remember having a conversation with you in January 2nd, and I just saw the memory. That's how I know. It was in a hotel. I was in a hotel room. We were in Hempstead. Came out here to see you anyway. Um, and I was just sitting there talking. We were talking on Messenger, and I was sitting there crying. The things that you were just saying, it was just like I wanted to punch you in your face. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I don't like crying, bro. I don't like crying.
I mean,
The
I
things
don't either.
that
You
you were
know, I
just
always got to be a
saying,
tough one. But I mean, at the
the
end of
things
the
that you
day,
were seeing, the things that you were going through, and it was just like I felt so bad, and it was just like,
we have a lot of people that have questions, I'm sure. So listen, phone number to call in is 929-441-2417. Again, 929-441-2417, or you can see it going across the screen. But listen, I mean, I said a lot of things that was really, really, really getting to me. And I mean, here it is, I was 42 at the time. And when I tell you, I have 4 daughters, now 2 grandkids and a host of nieces and nephews, and Amaya's my brat, so just to think that, if whenever we have family functions, my place at the table wasn't gonna be there anymore. It was like, and the bad thing is, like, I gave up, and I'm this one that's always preaching, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. But dialysis, it finally had one on me, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and it took its toll. You know, it took a toll on our family relationships. It took tolls on my marriage. It took toll on my finances. And it just was a lot of stuff that I couldn't do. That I wanted to do.
and I
And
do want to apologize to you for that, because like you said, you expressed how you were feeling, and you didn't think how it would affect, Tati and things like that. And I was there to speak with her. You only keeping it real, but at the end of the day, those things, like, it hurt you. How you think the whole family felt, So
you know what? And you're 100% right. But I think, even going on to dialysis, and I've had this conversation a few times. Even on going on to dialysis was something I chose to do for the family, especially for the girls. And it was like, I'm getting these horse needles stuck in me, and I'm like, I'm feeling this pain. I'm cramping. I'm feeling this pain. I'm passing out. Blood pressure is dropping. I'm feeling this pain.
nobody's gonna understand that. And I
Yeah.
understood that after being in, I'm still in it today. The dialysis and kidney failure groups and the people going through what you went through. So
Yeah.
I understand now, but at the time it was just like you're being selfish. But every day I'm seeing it, all the people in pain posting pictures, and nobody's in that predicament until they in the predicament. So I understand now.
Yeah.
But I think,
Let me answer a question. Somebody asked, how can you prevent that from happening to your kidneys? Well, polycystic kidney disease is it's a hereditary disease. So I believe I got it from my biological father's side. And of course, like many young Black men, my biological dad wasn't in my life. My stepfather and my uncle actually raised us, so, and my stepfather, Robin, actually, they carry my stepdad. They carry his name. That's their dad.
my dad,
You
Fisher.
know. So and he's held me down to till this day. But anyway, it's hereditary. But what I honestly believe, and this is why I started TL Mac Fitness, I truthfully believe that to prevent it, you have to take care of yourself. You have to watch what you eat. You need to rest. And you got to remember the one thing that these doctors are giving you every time they give you a pill, no matter what it is, it could be as something as little as Tylenol or something as high as Oxy.
He's going somewhere.
Even chemo. Every drug you intake into your body has a side effect, and most people need to understand that. Like everything you're doing in your body is trying to fight its way out of your body. So that's why we have so many viruses, so many diseases. Look at coronavirus. Coronavirus is a man-made disease. I feel the same about AIDS and cancer. So
I have a question for you, big bro. What is so different about I know you're a vegan now, but what changed after that you noticed about you?
outside of me being a vegan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot more humble. I dance a lot more. I mean, I used to dance then, but I mean, now it's just like all I do is listen to music. I mean, I probably got that from somebody.
You rapping? That's me every day.
I'm so relaxed. Yeah, you're right, SOS. I'm so humble. Like I don't argue. I don't like to disagree. Anybody that has an issue with me for anything, I apologize. I've apologized to you for a lot of things that's happened in our relationship. And I'm always going to apologize because I love you. You're my baby sister. You're the baby of the bunch. And it's just so much that, I feel like I'm 29.
Good.
I feel
You should
young.
feel 28, okay? Because I'm
20, yeah, my bad, 28. Hey,
like,
yeah, 28. Your birthday,
28.
your birthday is in a couple of months.
Mm.
So I feel like I feel better than I've ever I felt in over 20 years. And I mean, like I did a lot of physical fitness stuff for many, many years. And I always thought, that I was gonna be a bodybuilder a long time ago. That was my thing. So I always ate correctly. I always was around just things that was physically best for me. And when I finally got sick, and then I got your gift, I made a promise to you. I remember one day we was talking. And I said, "Yo, I promise you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to take care of this gift."
Right.
And me becoming a vegan was a very, very minute part of me taking care of the kidney. Even though it's major, I don't take any junk in my body. I have my water. I got my walnuts and my cashews. I really don't have much of anything in my body. I don't drink no juice at all. No juice.
That's funny. I'm sorry. You was a beast in your smash days. Yes, you was.
What happened?
You said you was a beast in your smash days.
I
He
was a
was.
beast.
That was Doughboy. That was Doughboy.
I was a beast in so many different ways, but I mean, it is what it is. Again, shout out to my sponsors, Elevate Yours, Wise Choice Sewer and Drain, Sayings by Butters, Faith No Fear Clothing. And we're definitely going to have all of the information up. If you want to be a sponsor also, you guys can hit me up 347-962-4736. And if we've been talking for over 30 minutes. Anybody want to call with a question or just want to, shout out something, give us a call, 929-441-2417. And again, I got to shout out my co-host, Roz. She's out on the West Coast. She in Cali. She couldn't make it on tonight, but Roz will definitely be on. And Roz has a story very, very similar to mine. Roz also got a kidney. And like me, she's also on a fit kick. So I'm the East Coast, she's the West Coast. So we definitely gonna do it out. What up, bro? What's good? Definitely appreciate the love. So so Robin, let me ask you a question. Me and you talked. You know I can't get a tattoo until February after it's been a year. Where we getting our tattoos at?
Um, I want it on my arm or something.
Okay, so we're gonna pick a spot. I have an idea that I don't want to put online so the world could hear what the idea is. We'll just show it when it's actually said and done.
All right.
But it's gonna. Do you want a big tattoo on your arm?
Um, all right, nah. On my back, maybe where the kidney was. You have my left kidney.
Mm-hmm.
So they took my left one. I don't know how they did it through my belly button, but anyway. I don't know.
I mean, it's been a real weird ride. How do you feel since they took your kidney? What's changed in your life?
I feel good. I feel calmer. Sometimes I'm not. Mom probably looking at this like you did. You like. I feel calmer and I feel good knowing that I was able to help somebody. You know. And then when I feel like that, sometimes it's like you shouldn't even feel like that because you know that's your brother. But at the end of the day, I do feel good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't like who would give somebody a body part or an organ. You know. So, but
I mean, I'll be
it
honest with you.
feels
You know,
good.
all the stuff that I know now is so amazing and so dope. And you know, I've been around kidney patients since 1997. Tati's 23, so I've been around kidney patients,
I used to
including
go with
myself.
you. I used to go with you to work, turn on the machines, and early in the morning. I
Yeah,
remember.
that was when I was cleaning the machines. When I had to clean the machines on a
Yes,
Sunday.
yes, I used to go,
Yes,
and
so I
I'm
mean, and it's funny how
crazy
you're
to
good
think.
looking. Yo, that's my baby sister right there. Definitely got to shout her out all the time because
Thank you.
she saved my life. So all of y'all that thought that I was going and was like, "Yo, T not gonna be around." That's the reason right there that I'm gonna be here to haunt your social medias, haunt your dreams, and tell y'all get your lives together, eat right. If you drinking, keep it to a minimum. You should be drinking at least 3 liters a day minimum. I will tell anybody, you know, I don't preach veganism, but I will tell you, you know, if you're gonna eat, you know, protein, and when I say protein, I'm talking about meat, chicken, fish, turkey, pork, whatever. Eat a fish, so it should fit inside the palm of your hand.
I was worried about you.
Huh?
I was worried about you turning vegan with that kidney, cause never in my life all she eat is steak. So she needs some steak. Okay? No, but I'm proud of
Robin,
you.
my man Root said to you, after the surgery, have you changed your eating habits and healthier eating? Hell no. Robin probably got a thing of potato chips sitting right there and a brownie on the other side with a Pepsi.
No, well, no, I shared a Sprite with my daughter, but
I knew it was soda
I've
there.
always been doing that. But I've never, not drunk soda. So, um, I do eat steak less, but I still eat steak. That's one thing that they told me. I have to back down with eating so much red meat, but I eat it. I can say I'm trying not to gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm pretty good.
You look good. You're beautiful.
I'm pretty good.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
you're secondly beautiful to me because I'm beautiful.
Thank you.
You still got a peanut head, but
That got me.
you know what I mean? So, I mean, other than that, you know, how's your energy level?
That depends. When people make me mad, no. My energy, it took a couple months. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie. In the beginning, I had to take naps during the day. Um,
I still do.
Now I can't take a nap during the day. Maybe I'll get up if I'm not doing anything. I'll get up around like 10, 11, and then I'll just be up. You know me. I could sleep. I could sleep, bro. Now I'm up all day, and I'll stay up until it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. like in between classes with my students, I get a nice, good 30, 40-minute nap
See,
every
I
day.
can't do that no more.
And what makes it worse is I get the nap in, and the funny thing is I took my shower before I got on. So when we finally get off, I'm probably gonna get some more water, get a salad. Like dad before he goes to bed. Just so you guys know, my father before he goes to bed, he has a thing of strawberry ice cream. He can't go to
If
bed
you
without
change
strawberry.
it, it's chocolate raspberry now from Briar's.
Chocolate raspberry? That's a thing?
Yes,
That sounds
chocolate raspberry
disgusting.
thing. Yep, that's all he do.
But my dad, before he goes to bed, he has to have his ice cream. So me, I like to have a little snack if it's not my healthy stuff. I have a salad. Yes,
Mhm.
I'm fully on a vegan kick. And I don't preach the vegan stuff. I preach healthy eating. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, which, especially in our black and brown community, diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure, lupus, all of that runs rampant in our community. So we have to take care of our body. I mean, if we go back to the slavery days, we was only able to eat the junk that was given to us on the side. We wasn't able to eat the healthy stuff that was at master's table. So we took what we could get. And if you think about it, our ancestors, and I'm not talking about the grandparents, I'm talking about the great 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 grandparents. They was living till 80, 90 years old. Now it's normal for a person. It's not normal, but it's normal for a person to drop dead at 35, 40 years old.
You
And
know that
why?
with dad stopped eating steak. Growing up, mom would make him a mean steak. He stopped eating steak maybe what 13, 15 years. And he's still getting up. Dad cannot stay still.
Yeah,
I want
he
to
be
be like
moving.
that man, and it's a salad here. It's fish here. It's so
I mean, it
I
is good.
think
Yo, again, let me shout out my sponsors. Elevate Yours, the best CMOS. I take the CMOS. So when you guys see me like hyped up when I get in the gym, when y'all see my videos, that's part of the reason. That CMOS right there, Elevate Yours. I'm gonna post that information. My man, Wise Choice Sewer and Drain. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did some dumbness in the bathroom. It wasn't a dump. I poured something in the toilet and the toilet got stopped up. I called them. He told me it wasn't a dump. It wasn't a dump. But I called him and he was like, yo, this is what you got to do. So I did it and it worked. My toilet, I'm gonna send you I'm gonna post it here in all my social media. I'm gonna post all my sponsors information so everybody can have it. And I'm gonna start posting. It's gonna be posted daily. And it's also gonna be on my info. So you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find all the CMOS stuff. Now again, Wise, he taught me what to do. My bathroom is working amazingly. Now, Sayings by Butter. Yo, my logo, crisp. The texture of this sweatshirt is amazing. Everything she has even sent me, I can't get up because we're here, but I have face masks, I got hoodies, I got zip-up hoodies. The quality of her work is so amazing. She makes sure that everything you want, it fits exactly what you want. Anything
so
you
please, when you get my sweater, a pullover, not no zip up like you trying to get me to do, okay?
I'm gonna get you the hoodie. Matter of fact, Butter is watching, so Butter.
Yes, Miss Butter. Okay, I need the pullover in black and then the red writing.
We got that.
That's what I want.
And matter of fact, she just said thanks, cuz. So that was her. Also, Faith No Fear. Now, I'm gonna put this man's business out here. All right. This is my man Eli. He was my first dialysis patient. And she just said she got you. So he was my first dialysis patient. And this is in 1997. He was my patient in Gaia Brewer dialysis on 118th in Gaia Brewer. The first person I ever stuck a needle in, ever in my life. And we've come full circle. He's on my social media. Me and him talk constantly. And he started a clothing line. He also, before the COVID, before the pandemic and everything, he was doing gospel plays, gospel yes, black with the red writing. Gospel was
Media.
gospel plays, gospel comedy shows. He's
Media.
done so much and it's been amazing. And his kidney has lasted over 20 years. And now he has a clothing line, Faith No Fear. And when I post the logo, just imagine the logo. Like, it's crazy. And there go my wife, Robin. What would you say to potential donors to help them ease any fears of becoming a donor?
What I would say it's not that bad at all. It's not that bad, and the end result is it means much more. You'll be. I don't really know how to say it. You're scared at first. Of course, you'll be scared, but it doesn't hurt that bad. I would do it again if I had another kidney. I would help a stranger. If I had 3 kidneys, you hear me? If I had another kidney that I can give out, I would probably do it again. Maybe to a stranger. I was thinking about donating a piece of my liver. What is it? No, the pancreas. Which is how they do it. What's the piece of the pancreas? The liver. That's the one that grows back in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that. Now I'm good. I can donate blood, and I'm seriously trying to do that now. So it's not that bad at all. And I would encourage everybody to join a Facebook group, because those groups that it'll open everybody's mind up. People out there, they need kidneys, and we're not doing it because we're scared. I would have never, if my brother didn't need a kidney, I wouldn't even look twice at an ad, if somebody needed a kidney. But now that I did it, I would do it again, and it's not that bad.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
So, yeah.
And also, I have a young lady named Samantha, right? She needs a kidney. If you're type O blood, Robert, you gave me a kidney already. Again, her name is Samantha. She's looking for a kidney. Please contact her, 518-221-9083. Samantha, if you're watching, I told you I got you, and I got you. I'm also going to post that information up on my social media, because me being in the position that I was in, I don't want to see anybody go through it. That's why I've actually started my personal fitness business, where I want everybody to get themselves in shape. If you don't come to me, if you need me to recommend you to another personal trainer, if you don't want a man, if you want a woman, if you want to use me and get too far away, I have an app. So again, my phone number is 347-962-4736. Erica asks, would you say to kidney patients who are struggling mentally as they wait for a donor, what would you say? Wow, that's amazing, because I actually just it's funny, I had a conversation with a guy not too long ago. I'm not sure if my man Chad is watching, but after I got my kidney, he'd been on dialysis a little bit longer than me. And I kept on telling him, yo, his kidney's coming, his kidney's coming, his kidney's coming. And he finally was blessed with a kidney. So my line now is never give up. Keep pushing. Your kidney's gonna come. It's gonna be your turn. I mean, there's an old saying, the best thing comes to those who wait. And it might seem like, oh, I've been waiting 6, 7, 8 years. But when that kidney finally does come and you wake up, and I mean, I'm going to be explicit. I hadn't peed in about 2.5, 3 years. So when I finally woke up and saw that tube coming out of my joint and it was full of piss, woo! That feeling.
That's a good question.
No, Robin, are you a donor on your driver's license?
I am not.
So you got to change
I'm
that.
not.
Somebody ask that question.
And to be honest, I wouldn't put it on there. Well, I didn't think to put it on there, but that's a good question. I don't.
Yeah, you should put it on there because if you want to give, especially if something happens, nothing's going to happen because I kick your butt if something happens. But as far as me, on my end, I can't be a donor due to the fact that I have a foreign kidney in my body. I can't donate blood. I can't donate anything. So once I pass on in 100 years, when I be 143,
Exactly.
then they can get some stuff from me. But
Exactly.
I'm so proud of you, Robin. You're deciding to give blood, give a part of your liver. Anything that you can do to help. That's an amazing thing. And you're such a young lady with a beautiful daughter. That's amazing. You're showing her that giving is just as good as receiving.
She's mad about that, but she's like, "You only have one kidney. Tell him you need it back." Like,
Tell my
that's
baby,
not how it works.
whenever she wants to have it, whenever she want to visit it, she could come visit me. But you
Come in.
where my baby girl at? Baby girl, whenever you want to visit the kidney, you can come see Uncle T. Whenever you want.
Huh?
I said, whenever you want to visit mommy's kidney, you could come visit me whenever you want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try and come see you real soon because I miss you, and we need to take some more pictures. I don't have any recent pictures with you. And anybody that's just turning on, that's my niece Amaya. Amaya, say hi to everybody.
Say hello. Hi. Don't act shy, girl. Bye.
Because she's definitely not shy. That's one thing she's not.
Go ahead. Bye.
So I mean,
but I do want to say too, after the surgery, it was, the gas. That was the biggest problem for me. But I did it without hydrocodone.
Hydrocortisone?
I had a hydro Percocet. They gave me tramadol. I went home with tramadol.
Yeah,
and I'll take that here and there. But most anything you need for that is just getting that gas out your stomach, doing the right, like laying the right positions to get the gas out. That's the biggest thing. And if I can get home back to South Carolina without, hydrocodone, Percocets, and that should tell you, it's really not that bad. And when I had my daughter, I had to take that Percocet.
My family lives in South Carolina, and they came up to New York to make sure I was good. So first, the person that actually lives in the house with me, my wife, she stood there with me. My mother-in-law stood there with me. My daughters, they stood there with me. My little sisters, my little brothers, my big brother stood there with me.
Yeah, shout out to all of them. Yes, and with Erica, the whole step of the way. I've never spoken to Erica, so much. But yeah, I do love her and stuff like that. But that right there brought us closer.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing.
And my brother, it's Damien, and we're gonna talk about Damien. I was speaking to Robert on the phone, but Damien, him pulling up, I think I needed that. You not. Like, I needed that. It was like, what I'm about to do, you gonna be good. You gonna be good, sis. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, Damien was getting in my ear. I think, and just so y'all guys don't know, Damien is my older brother. I think he wanted to break my face when I told him I wanted to die.
Yeah, the whole. That's what I'm telling you.
He wanted to fight me like.
I was so mad until I joined the Facebook group and I started seeing with people, and it was this older lady. She will always get on there, and I'm mad I can't remember her name, but you probably know her. She just recently said, you know what, I give up, and she her children put her in the hospice, and they haven't spoken to her in a while, and it was just like, I understand what you're going through. I don't understand, but I understand,
Yeah, I
can see it. But it was selfish, bro. You hurt a lot of people.
I know a lot of people were upset. But listen, I'm gonna put it out there. I love my family. I love my friends. I had friends in the hospital with me, like literally just holding me down. And, my dude, Big Boy, and his wife, it was funny, after I was done with the transplant, they was there. And it was like I was groggy, but when I opened my eyes, I could see them standing in front of me. I don't know what they were saying. I think they was talking to the nurse or the doctor. I don't remember. I could see them standing there.
I think they came to see you like more than once. I remember Mr. Sean came. He was there. I remember a lot. I was in and out of it.
I mean, I can't remember because I was so drugged up for the first couple of days, but I just know that, in the pain. You say you wasn't in pain, but the pain I felt, I mean, now, just so you guys know, all right, my pain was a lot difficult. She had one kidney removed. I had both of my kidneys removed, and she gave me hers. And now I have a staple wound from here down to my groin. So, needless to say, when you have staples in your stomach, which is your core, if you laugh, the pain you feel is horrendous. Like, I'm being honest with you, I didn't want to watch nothing funny. I didn't want nobody to say nothing funny around me. I didn't want nobody to look funny around me, because whenever I laughed, the pain just was like, please give me more drugs. Please give me more. And I can't say I was like Robin, because I was on pain medicine from the time I came out. It's hard to keep pushing. When you try, I don't want to give up. And you're right. But, Storm, me and you, we got something else. You're not giving up. And I would not let anybody that I care about give up. And just so you guys know, in the comments, there goes that's one of my sponsors, Elevate Yours. She just put the website in the comments. Elevate Yours. It's elevateyours.com. 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 And of course, I'm gonna put her information up along with the rest of my sponsors. And if anybody else wants to be a sponsor, just get at me. And we could definitely talk about that. And again, shout out to Sayings by Butter, Faith No Fear clothing line, Elevate Yours, and Wise Choice Sewer and Drain. Those are my sponsors. Truly appreciate you guys. You guys have helped me make this all possible. So without you guys, this couldn't be possible. And also, my co-host, Roz, I know you handling your business. You already know what it is. We don't even got to have long dialogue. Me and you have spoken enough over the years. We spoke the good, bad, the ugly, and love you to death. Next week, Roz will be on the show, and she's gonna kick it. I'm gonna let her tell her story. Even if I gotta take a back seat to her. I think that's Roz right there that just said thank you. So even if I gotta take a back seat so she could tell her story, and hopefully she have her donor come on, and I'll sit back and just listen, because for me to break down in tears, it's because I'm grateful. And for a lot of things in my life, I haven't been grateful and appreciative for. And I have to say sorry to those that I've hurt: my sister, my moms, my aunts, of course, my wife, my kids. I put them through so much, especially my wife. My wife should have left 10,000 times over. But, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Everybody that tuned in tonight, we're not going nowhere yet. I'm hijacking the Evening Rush Network. I don't care what my producers say in the background. I'm a bully. That's what I do.
They're good back there. He good. He ordered some foreign stuff, so he good.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to the Evening Rush Network. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys for having the TL Mac Fitness Show. Again, without you guys, this would not be possible. Shout out to Dawn. That's my brother. We started the Evening Rush Show together. And look at it. It went from a show to a network. So God continues to work in so many different ways, and you never know where you will end up at. Christina, thank you. You are the co-executive producer. Thank you. I'm gonna irk your nerves, because, and just so you guys know, if you guys need your LLC done, We got somebody over here that does that. I mean, but you're not going to get it done for free. All right. So just know she works. Most importantly, right now, outside of my family, my wife, my kids, my moms, my aunts, my cousins, my sisters, my brothers, I love you all. Most importantly, right now, Robin, thank you.
You're welcome.
You saved my life.
I ain't do it for you. I did it for the family, bro. Don't do that.
Just know, you're appreciative. Again, this is the first of many shows. It's the TL Mac Fitness Show. And again, we're gonna if you missed part of the show, the beginning of the show, the middle of the show, we're gonna be on replay. I'm gonna post the show. This is a show that I felt had to be done because me and Robin has been interviewed by somebody else, and me and Robin never got to have a frank conversation for the world to hear. We got asked questions and how you feel about this? Well, why you do this? What you do about this? Now it's more so it's emotional now because we've been through the gauntlet together. And even though she wasn't in pain, I was in pain. She could have traded the pain for me. She could have tapped herself in and took like a quarter of my pain.
What? That gas pain at the end was more than enough.
Listen, Erica told me I had to tell you guys one story, right? And this is what I don't remember this, but I don't know if you probably remember this. One night I woke up I was probably home a couple of days after the surgery, and I went to the bathroom and I was bleeding from my incision. And Dad went in the bathroom and cleaned up the blood, and then he actually slept on the couch while I slept on the couch. Now, I went from sleeping in the bed to sleeping on the couch because I was scared if I turned over, I was going to bleed over the place. And my dad sat there and fell asleep on the couch across from me until I was actually asleep. I probably only slept for like maybe 10 minutes because I had to go to the bathroom. But I never remembered that until Erica brought it up. And just so you guys don't know, Erica's my wife. And that's the one that runs my life. And as far as Storm, your testimony is right around the corner. I promise you, it's right around the corner. I'm not letting you go nowhere. I'll fight you first. And you already know that. I ain't scared of you. I don't care about them big muscular arms.
That's Dad.
But I mean,
you'll make sure you're good. I remember, I forgot what he was outside. He came to my apartment. He was outside, and I had to go downstairs. It was maybe a week after I got home, but I was going down the stairs, and then I fell. All I hear is Dad yell, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Okay, I'm okay, Dad." Excuse my language. I'm like, "I'm okay," but it was just like he cared about me, you know.
Of course, really.
Yeah, like you should have saw him getting out the car, trying to run out the car. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like 155.
You like, oh, he cares about me.
Listen, we're gonna get ready to close this out. Robin, you're welcome to come on the show whenever you want. I truly, 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 truly love you. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to my sponsors, Elevate Yours, Sayings by Butter, Faith No Fear, Wise Choice Sewer and Drain. Definitely, we definitely, appreciate our sponsors. Before the night is over, you're going to see the list of my sponsors. And last but not least, shout out to my network, the Evening Rush Network. I appreciate you guys for having me. I appreciate my wife for allowing me to hog up the living room.
Hey, girl. Hey, sis.
So, and on that note, listen, as I always say, love is love. I'll see you guys next week at 8 p.m. on the Evening Rush Network. It's TL Mac Fitness Show, and I'm TL Mac, and this is how we do. Keep pushing. We work over here.
Yes. Don't forget to